Hello everyone, Will Flanagan here with Pacific Northwest Home Loans. Most commonly come across a lot of first-time home buyers, and they're inundated with a lot of questions, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. But here's some key things I would tell you as a first-time home buyer that you should need to know, and most lenders are going to ask you for. I would tell you this: complete an application. Best to your knowledge. So when you complete an application, the first application you do, those are representations, best to be true to your knowledge at time of application. So when we ask you for that application, we want your last 2-year job history. The reason why we want that is if you give us accurate information, we can accurately figure out what your income is. That's important because that tells us how much you could qualify for. I would tell you this: in 19 plus years, probably less than 10% of the population really knows how much money they make each and every month. That's why if you work with someone like me, I actually look at the income that you put on the application, and then I validate that information with your pay stubs, your tax returns, and your W-2s, and just to make sure those two line up. Because if we have accurate information and we do it correctly the first time, it creates less headaches down the road. So with that being in mind, is what we call debt to income ratio. It's a really key important information. And what we do is there are typically 2 ratios in your debt to income ratio. We take all your current debt and divide it by your income, and your gross monthly income, not your net, but your gross monthly income. That's the higher of the 2. We take that and gives us a ratio, let's say 35%. Then we take and we add the mortgage payment, the total mortgage payment, including your taxes, your insurance, your homeowner's insurance, and private mortgage insurance, or FHA mortgage insurance, whichever that is, and we add that to your debt, and that gives us another figure. Maybe it's, let's say, 45%. And we look at that information. So then we know you qualify for X. And we work within those parameters with your real estate agent that, hey, this is their max that they can afford. And it's important that you know your budget, because in the end, I am not going to be making your house payment each and every month. You are. And it's important to know how much you can afford each and every month. So, like I said, provided with accurate information, I validate your information, so I don't just go off by what you tell me, because I've learned over the years, most people just don't know what they make. Then I also navigate the waters as far as telling you what type of home mortgage that's going to best fit your needs. Sometimes, if your credit scores are not as high as like a conventional, like I said, 680 or higher, maybe the conventional is not the way to go for you. And then FHA might be a better way to go for you. There's more lenience there. We have more lenience with your debt to income ratio. What you're going to find out there is you're going to Google a lot of different things, and you're going to find out 50% of that stuff may be true online. But if you talk to someone, an expert like me, will help you navigate the waters and make sure that you get a home that, one, you have a budget that you're working within, and a type of home loan that best suits your needs. That's what you guys are going to really need to know for first-time home buyers. 3 is, what I do with first-time home buyers is, because I believe if you have more information and accurate information, then it helps you make a great decision in buying a home or finding that house you work with. So typically what I use a system that allows me to compare different types of loan types. So if you have a 680 credit score, I would tell you, like, hey, if you put down an FHA loan, 3.5% loan at 680 versus a 3% down, I would break it all the way down for you. Costs, I'd guesstimate your taxes and your insurance, unless you have a property address in place, and I would provide you with that information. Once you have all the information, then you can make the best decision as far as what is the best loan type for me. Is it FHA or is it conventional? Or even for that matter, is it a VA loan? Do I qualify for VA? So we look at all those types of things. And then once you have that information, if you're working with a real estate agent, which I highly recommend, is they will navigate the waters for you as far as finding the right home for you. Then when you make an offer on a home, they'll walk you through that process of making an offer. So there's a couple things I would tell you to do is you're going to get a lot of armchair quarterback advice from aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins that maybe haven't bought a home in the last 3 to 5 years. And a lot of things have changed in the last 3 to 5 years. But I would tell you, if you work with someone like myself here at Pacific Northwest Home Loans, what I would do is I would tell you, like, hey, here's a couple things. You're going to get a lot of armchair quarterback advice. Ignore that. I am the expert. I am the lender here. I can help you navigate these waters. I read the guidelines. I understand the guidelines. One is, hey, start saving for your closing costs. Right now, sellers are still will take offers with sellers paying closing costs, but not all the time. And so you should have 2 to 5% somewhere in savings or checking that you might be able to put down to help contribute to make your offer stronger to the seller. Two is get a home inspection done. Highly recommend a home inspection. And more importantly, not only getting a home inspection, but also go to the home inspection. When I bought my first home, I went to the home inspection and I did not realize there was a water shutoff and where that water shutoff is. That's important to know because if something happens to your hot water tank, you definitely want to know where the hot water tank shutoff is, the main water shutoff is. Two is how to shut off the power in the house. That's important. You need to know that information. So go to your home inspection. I highly recommend it. It's the best chance you're going to be able to see all the ins and outs of your house and what's in the attic, what's in the basement. So those are the things I would tell you. If you work with someone like myself, an expert, 19 plus years in the business, help you navigate the waters of buying your first home. Don't be scared. Don't be nervous. It's a lot of fun and it's an exciting process. You can reach me at 509-263-7133. If you have any more questions, you can call me, or you can email me at will@pacificnorthwesthomeloans.com. Have a great day.